What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Infamous Fishing here, about to give you a tutorial on how to upgrade your Stradic or any Shimano reel with a Gomexus power knob. So as you can see here, 38mm. This is not the correct size. Originally I had this on here, but I didn't have the right bearings, so I had to order the 41mm, which fits the Stradic C4. So put this one aside and let's open this one up. As you can see, very light, matches the frame. Let's see what we got in here. We got shaft, screws, the washer, bigger bearing, and a screw. So take that out. Let me get this open. Don't do that. Out. And you can see everything is spacers and screws, another shaft if you need to drill it out, but most of the time for Shimano it's just direct fit. You got the bearings. There's actually 3 in there. 2 other screws. Little spacer and some washers at the bottom. So y'all don't know, some of y'all didn't never done this before. Always look at the directions if you don't know. So let's do this better. There we go. That's for the Shimano. And then you got Daiwa, Abu, and Pen Clash, but we're not working on that. We're more concerned about. So there goes the hardware you need. It comes with it. And the alright, so that's the hardware. Go to the reel and take a look. So you got 2 sets of screws here. You need to take those out. You don't need to really, if you really wanted to take all this off, you can, but you don't have to. So all you need is really this, so you can pry some stuff out. I actually bent it and purchased stuff and actually pry it without messing it up. And a good, nice Phillips that's thin enough to get some of these small screws out. Just need it. Alright, so we'll get to this in a second. We'll take these off, these 2 off, put these aside, and then we'll go find out what's underneath. Don't lose screws of that. If you look inside, see if I can get some light. There's another screw, another Phillips head. You probably can't see it, but I'll show you. I'll take it out. So in, so I'll pop the screw out. And you might want to get some glue Loctite. I don't have none right now, but the stock screw is glue Loctite so it doesn't back off. I'll put that over there. Inside is a bearing and a washer behind the bearing. So gotta push it out. I popped it out, and there are the washers behind it. Boom. Alright, so like I said, the washer and the bearing, put those aside, with the screws and the rest of the stock stuff. Don't lose them. Now, there's little plastic pieces on here, but I had already took this off a long time ago, so it's already loose. Or it might come off anyway. It's right here. You just pop that off. Now you get the whole shaft free. You put the stuff away with everything. Now you see the difference. The shafts, you don't really change. You don't have to change it out on the Shimano, so that's a good thing. But if you had like another reel, you would have to drill it out. Hopefully, I'll find a reel that I have to drill it out, and I'll show you. But that's what the other screws for in the set, so you can screw it in with the washer and everything. So that's everything there. It's already off. Power handle has everything off. Let me double check and make sure I have no other washer in here. Yep, there's another washer that I need to get out. If I peel it out, there's another washer. Boom. So put that back with the other one over the corner stock stuff. Seems like it was off because I got grease on it. Alright, now I'm complete. Everything's done. Yeah, you can see down there, everything's gone. Alright, now, here we go. This, you can do whatever you want, how you want to. If you want to Loctite this, it's up to you, so you don't have nothing to spin off. I'm just doing this right now. Let y'all look at it later. But you want to make sure you lube everything up too. So, good real grease, slightly coated, so everything stays smooth. But that's how it works. All right. So, in the instructions tell you to use the adjustment washer and a bearing. So, now, it doesn't say wood bearing, but this is adjustment washer. And if you look at the stock bearing, it's thick. So, this actually is what came with it. Thick bearing, and this is the stock bearing, so they're the same height. So that's how you don't have to mess it up. And if you got a little bit of grease on the other bearing, you just put it on this and get it lubed up. Or you can just use the stock bearing, it's up to you. So, but that goes in the top. So now, it's a reel. You get the adjustment washer. Boom. Actually, I don't think you even need the adjustment washer. Hold on a second. Alright, so unscrew. Now these washers here are for adjustment, so to make sure that it's smooth. So you get the adjustment washer and put it on the shaft. Okay. Oh, shit. washer on the shaft. Boom. Then you get the bearing. Boom. Once the adjustment washer and the bearing is on, if you got play, that means yeah. So let's try something. So what I did was I put the plastic piece in, but it's not giving me what I want. So just to see the right adjustment, so you would throw the other piece in. Let's see if it gives you. There you go. Bam. Alright, so there's a washer that goes on here. Sometimes you get play, you're going to have to put it on there. So you can put this washer on here. There's another metal washer that slides on. So when you put the reel on, it gives you the play you need. Well, not the play, but what you need. For some reason, I don't like how that is. So I'm gonna take it off. Doesn't seem right. Alright, here we go. So here's the washer that comes supplied, and here's the adjustment washer. So what you want to do is make sure you lube it up with some decent grease. I'll do that later. Put the washer in, and then the adjustment washer goes here. So now it's flush, and you insert shaft into the hole. And then now here comes the other part. So you can use the washer to separate, but I think it's too big to fit. So you can just take the washer that was supplied, like the bearing that they came with, and insert down into the hole. And try to get it down in there. Boom. Now it's seated, that's what I use that for. Get the stock screw back. This stock screw has the little bit of blue Teflon on it, but you want to use this. Oh shoot. Careful not to have the shaft come out, because now it's out. Insert. Should be good. Whoa. I think that's too tight. Alright. So I need to figure this out. Be right back. Alright. So here's the shaft. Here's the adjustment washer. and the bearing. So the bearing goes in. And the adjustment washer behind it. Sorry about that. Don't drop. Duh. Alright everyone. We're back. Let's put this together. You see, nothing in. This is how easy it is to put this thing on here. So, step 1, bearing on the shaft. Boom. Good. Still got some play. Once you put the shaft on, you put the other bearing in. Make sure you push it down. It's flush. There's no play. It's spinning.